Hi everyone, welcome back to my craft room. If you're new here, my name is Enid. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you my version of glue topper dangles, and hopefully you'll get a couple of laughs out of it because I sure did. Anyway, so sit tight and I'll be right back to get started. First, I'm going to start off by showing you the tools that you're going to need, and I'm sure you've seen these before. You're going to need a snip in case you have to cut down your eye pins or your flathead pins, so you'll need a snip. You're also going to need a flathead plier to hold your jump rings, and an alternative to this flat nose plier would be one of these little rings that I found extremely useful to open and close jump rings. So that would be an alternative to the flathead plier. And then you're definitely going to need this round nose plier to curl the ends of your eye pins into little eyes that you can hang the jump rings onto. So those are the tools that you're going to need. And then you're going to need beads, you're going to need chains, you're going to need eye pins. And I have here a variety of lengths. I think I have like 1 inch, 1.5 inch, and 2 inch. And the eye pins have this little eye where you put the oh my God, the jump rings through. Yeah, so that's why they're called eye pins, because they have that little eye. And these are stainless steel ones that I picked up, and so these would be good to go ahead and insert in your glue bottle, but you have to make sure that they are stainless steel if you're going to use them in your glue bottle. If it's not stainless steel, it's going to wind up rusting and discoloring your glue. And these are also, they're called eye pins, but they're for jewelry making, so they're not as sturdy as a regular stainless steel pin. So if you'll notice, they would bend easily, and just to straighten them out, you would like run them through your fingers and they'll straighten out. But if you're putting them in and out of your glue bottle and your glue bottle gets clogged, these can bend easily. So I wouldn't use these to unclog your bottles. I would use a regular pin. Hold on, I have pins somewhere. I would use a regular pin like what's in your glue bottle to unstick your glue bottle if it gets clogged. I wouldn't use this. Anyway, so this you would use for two purposes. You would use for either putting in your glue bottle and holding the actual dangle through this little pin. You attach the lobster claw clasp to it. And you also use these to create your bead dangles. So you're going to need a bunch of these. You're going to need chain, as I said before, and you're going to need jump rings. Right? And I think these are 5mm jump rings that I have here. And let me start out by showing you the dangles that I made. This is actually my first experience with dangles, and I made 3 of them, and they took me a very long time to make because I kept making mistakes. And I changed things up. I took them apart, I put them back together until I finally got them to be the way that I wanted them. And I'm going to start off by showing you, this is the first one that I made. This is the bee dangle. Let me turn these bees around so you can get a better look at it. And this one I made with the intention of using it on a bee journal that I'm going to make. I hope you're getting a good look at this. I'm also going to insert pictures in the video so you can see. And this one, when I created this one, I wanted length. So what I did was I took the chain and I added the lobster claw clasp to the top of the chain. And then I just added dangles all along the chain till I got to the bottom. And I started like with longer dangles, and I got shorter as I got to the bottom. So that's how I made that particular bee dangle. And then I made this butterfly dangle, and I have it on a I added a lobster claw clasp to it. I hope you can see, but I'm not using the lobster claw clasp to adhere it to this needle, this pin on my glue bottle, because I wanted to show you two different ways to do it. Here I'm using an earring back, but it's like one of those little rubber earring backs. If you can see that. And so because I'm using this little rubber earring back, what I did was I put the pin right through one of the links of the chain, and the link is small enough that it won't come off my pin. And then this earring back just kind of holds everything together. And then this one I made using butterflies. So I hope you can see that. And again, I'll insert pictures. Let me turn these around. And I also put a little inspiration dangle that says beautiful, and some colorful beads. The other way that you can attach it to your pin is using this like wing type earring back, a standard little earring back that has the two little wings on it. And so what you would do is you would put that on your pin and slide it all the way to the top of your pin, and then you can take your lobster claw clasp and pin it to your clip it to your earring back, just like that, and then put that in your glue bottle. There you go. And then that would work that way. So that's another way to do it. So you can use the butterfly earring back, or you can use the little rubber earring back. Okay, so you have two options to attach them to a glue bottle. And then this one I also made using a lobster claw clasp, and I put it on the ring of the Fabri-Tac bottle. And here I just used one chain, but instead of using the whole length of the chain like I did with the bee dangle, on this one, and again I'll put a picture so you can see, it has the dragonfly, it has dangles, it has a leaf, it has some colorful beads at the bottom. On this particular one, what I did was I used the chain across, and then let me put it on this dark part, and then I did the lobster claw clasp in the center. And then I think there's like 11 links. So I did 2 short dangles on each of the ends. I did my longest dangle in the middle, and then on the third dangle, the third link in from each end link, I put the pair of second longest bead dangles. And I think that gave me a nice, you know, it's not as long as the bead one. If you can see, the one where I use the chain length completely is a lot longer. So this one is shorter, and I like the way that this looks. I think kind of less is more. It gives you a nice look. And then on this one, the butterfly one, I forgot to mention, I used 2 different chains to get this effect, to make it kind of a fuller dangle. And what I did was I used the first chain the same way that I used it in this scenario, and I put dangles on each end. But then I added another chain to the center, and that chain was offset so that one side of it was longer than the other. And then I think this particular one gave me the most trouble because I didn't initially pay attention to the length of the dangles that I was putting on each chain. And so I didn't quite get the effect that I wanted. So I wound up taking this one apart several times and rearranging where I had the dangles based on length to get me to eventually be here where I wanted to be. So those were the 3 versions that I made. And so now let's get started. I'm going to wind up using just the 1 chain scenario with the link in the middle. And then I'm going to put, I'm going to make dangles in 3 different lengths. I'm going to make 2 bead dangles. I'm going to make 2 4 bead dangles, and then I'm going to make 1 maybe 5 or 6 bead dangle because I want my longest dangle to be in the middle. And then I'm going to be using these beads. These are just random beads that I picked up at I think between Hobby Lobby and no, I think these were all from Hobby Lobby. So I'm going to be using these beads, and I'm going to be using my sterling silver eye pins and my sterling silver jump rings. And so I'm going to start off with the 2 bead dangles. I'm going to try to find the shortest eye pins that I have for that. And I just dropped one. Let me pick it up before I forget that I dropped it and I wind up stepping on it later, which would not be fun. Anyway, so here are my eye pins, and I'm gonna start with I think I'm gonna start with one of these little clear beads at the bottom. And again, forgive me because my vision is horrible. So I'm gonna start with the little clear bead at the bottom. I'm gonna put I'm going to work with these beads in random colors. There's going to be no rhyme or reason to it. All the colors go together. They're all sort of earth tone colors. So, and as a matter of fact, yeah, you know what? I'll stick with the glass beads. So I'm going to put another little clear bead. And then I'm just going to take another random color. And let me find the hole. Okay. Guys, forgive me. Okay, there it goes. And then I'm going to put one more little glass bead at the top. Oh. And so the fun begins, where I start dropping beads and can't find them because they're clear and my vision is not great. So let's try this again. Okay, so that one went on, no problem. So I'm going to wind up making 2 of these. Now this one, it's short enough that I don't have to clip anything off this eye pin, but what I am going to do is I'm going to give it a bend here, a 90-degree bend right at the edge here, and then I'm going to grab it at the tip with my round nose pliers, and I'm just going to turn it back on itself to create a pin. Now I don't have the dexterity for my wrist to go all the way around, so I just let it go and come back and pick it up again and finish giving it that twist until I create an eye. And so there you have it. So I've completed my first 2 bead dangle with not too much issue. So I'm surprised. During my first attempts, there goes another bead. Oh, anyway, so I'm putting the little clear bead on again. I'm gonna choose another color. Let me go with this little blue one here. Let me find the hole on the pin. Okay, gonna put another little clear bead. Okay, and let me see what color. These were all kind of from the same little set of beads. Should I go with this light gray one? There goes a bead. What I should have done was laid a towel down, because from what I've seen on other videos, the towel seems to absorb the momentum of the bead as it drops, and it keeps it from bouncing and rolling all over the place. So here goes my second dangle. I'm gonna go ahead and use my round nose pliers to give it that 90-degree bend. So I'm gonna give it that bend, and then I'm gonna so you can see how it's bent there. I'm gonna grab it at the tip, and I'm gonna start turning it back on itself to create an eye. And then let me try doing it this way. Just take the whole thing around. And that did not seem to work. I was better off doing it the way I did it initially. But let me see if I can continue to turn it. Okay, so I have an eye there, but not crazy about how it turned out, but it'll do the job. So yeah, it'll hold on to the beads. So that's my second dangle with 2 beads. Okay, so now I'm gonna make 2 3 bead dangles. Actually, I'm gonna do 2 4 bead dangles. So let me get some of my longer eye pins, if I can find them. Okay, I think this is longer. Let me see if I can get 4 pins on this. You know what? I'm gonna stick with 3 pins, because if I can't get 4, I want my longest dangle to at least be 4. So let's do 3 beads on these. Oh. And again, I dropped the bead. Oh, there goes the bead flew, but at least this time I kept track of it. I was able to find it. Okay, so there it goes. All right, I'm gonna grab a random bead. Let's go with this darker green. Let's go with this like orangey color. Oh, I want to put a little clear bead in between them. If I can find the hole. Okay, so I'm gonna go with this little orangey color next. Another clear bead. Okay, and then let's pick green, orange, and let's see what this is down here. I don't like that one. I guess we'll start repeating colors. Here's that That's too similar. I want to get one that's a little darker. Hold on. Let me find the hole. You know, having the light above me really doesn't help me with finding the holes, because the glare is kind of a distraction from it. Not a distraction, but it just makes it more difficult for me to see. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and do the 3 bead length. See, yeah, 3 beads. And I might have difficulty doing one with 4 beads unless I use smaller beads. So all right, so let's I'm gonna use my thumb kind of as a guidance for snipping the end of the eye pin off, so that I don't have too much pin left to turn into my eye. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of cover the tip of the snip, because the pin that I cut off will go flying, so I want to prevent it from going anywhere. So this way I keep it here, and then I just toss it. So and then I should have just enough pin left over by using my thumb as a guide to give this a little 90-degree bend. Hold on. Give it a 90-degree bend, and then turn it back on itself to make the eye. Okay. Oh, that's not a really good looking eye, is it? You know, I did better with this in practice, so I'm surprised I'm having such a hard time with it here now. And I dropped a lot of beads in practice, and I've dropped some here, but not as many as I did then. But anyway, it's not pretty, but it's gonna hold my beads in place, and that's really all that matters. So it's gonna hold my beads in place. They're not going anywhere. So I'm gonna make one more 3 bead dangle, and let me get the little clear bead, and I'm gonna put that on my eye pin. I'm gonna pick some random colors. Let me get this cloudy blue one, another clear bead, okay. Let's go with this light green. I like these beads. They're glass, and they're very earthy, so I like these a lot. And these were strand beads that I bought at Hobby Lobby. So now let's add maybe this no, let's get a color we haven't used before. This is kind of like a brownie kind of gray. And then I'm gonna use another little glass bead. Nope, I dropped it, but it didn't fall. Okay, so then I'm gonna again use my kind of thumb as a guide, and then snip off the excess of the eye pin and cover the snip, so that that piece of excess eye pin as I said earlier, won't go flying everywhere. I'm going to give this a 90-degree bend. And then I'm going to turn it back on itself. Now, I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with this, because in practice, this was one of the things I did the best, actually. So let's see. Actually, that one turned out pretty good. All right, so let me just give it a test. My beads are not going to go anywhere. The eye is sufficiently closed. So now I have my 2 3-bead dangles, and then I'm going to attempt to make a 5-bead dangle. And let me find one of my longer eye pins. Okay, this one appears to be on the longer side. So again, I'm going to start with a little clear bead. And I'm going to go with actually, let me see. I'm going to go with one of these orange. Okay. I'm going to go with another clear. This nice green. Just got to find the hole. Oh my goodness, I'm seriously blind, guys. There we go. Another little glass bead. I find the hole on the little glass bead easier because it's kind of flat. So I know once I have it on the flat side, I'm going to get the needle in the hole. So I'm going to put a blue bead, a glass bead, and let me put one of these yellow beads, which I don't think I've used yet. And I'm gonna try to stick a little glass bead on top, but that remaining piece might be too short for me to twist into an eye. So if it is too short, I'm gonna wind up probably taking off one of the little glass beads, which just kind of fell off on its own. So where'd it fall? Here it goes. Let's see if I can make this into some sort of eye. Actually, I think maybe it will work. Just gonna try to crimp it. Let me get my flat nose plier and give it a crimp. Yeah, I think that worked. Let's see. Yeah. So that will work. Once I get the jump ring on it, it'll keep the little glass bead, which is trying to come up, from doing that. So let me give it one more little crimp. Okay, perfect. All right, so now I have my 3 lengths. And so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add charms. And I have 5 charms that I pre-picked. And I'm gonna use my longest charm in the center. Let me get these eye pins out of the way. I'm going to use the longest charm in the center. So I'm going to take my 4 bead dangle, and I'm going to take a jump ring, and I'm going to use my nail to find the opening on this jump ring, or not the opening, but the actual like separation. And I'm going to use my flathead plier to hold on to that, and my little ring, which worked out really well. And I'm just gonna put the jump ring inside of the slot on the ring and give it a little twist, and it opens the jump ring, if you can see that. Oh, I just lost my jump ring. Oh man. Let's do that again. So I kind of, like I said, I cannot see the little opening on the jump ring, so I just kind of run my nail along it until I feel it. And I think it's right here. So I'm gonna hold on to it with my flathead. And then with my ring, I'm just going to give it a twist, and that just that easily it opens up. So I'm going to put my dangle through it, through the open jump ring. Let me put my dangle through it. Come on, I can't see. Oh Lord. Let's try this again. Okay, there. And then I decided to use a little feather. Since these were earth tones, I decided to use like earthy kind of charms. So I'm gonna just slip the jump ring right back into the slot. Oh, there we go. The show begins. Okay, let's try this again. Let's put the charm on first. Let's put the dangle on next. Okay, now let's see if I can close this. I'm going to use the slot of the ring. Give it a twist back. And then I'm just going to kind of crimp it, just to make sure it's closed. And so yes, so now I have my first dangle with a charm, and that's going to be my longest dangle in the middle. And then on the 2 3 bead dangles, I'm going to put let's see, I have some beads. I'm going to put colorful beads. So I'm going to get another jump ring, and I'm going to open it up. This is what took me the longest when I was trying to make my samples. Okay, I think it's over here. And guys, if I can do this, anyone can. No, I don't have it. There we go. So I'm gonna put my dangle on. I'm gonna put one of the beads on. I'm gonna put the blue bead on this one. It coordinates better with the colors of the beads on it. Okay, and then I'm gonna use my little ring to just twist it right back. And then I'm gonna give it a crimp with my plier. There you go. Nice. I like this little ring. So there's my second dangle. That's gonna go there. I'm gonna put this red bead on this other dangle. So let me get my jump ring. Whoop. Try to find the, okay, there it goes. I'm gonna hold it with my flat plier. I'm gonna give it a little twist with my ring. Nice and open, very easy. I'm gonna put my dangle, no, I'm gonna put it this way. That way I'll have red at the bottom and red at top. And then I'm gonna put this on. Oh, okay. And then I'm gonna put it back in the slot of the ring and turn it back. Oh wait, it went way too deep into the ring. All right, that's not supposed to happen. Okay, so let's hold this with the plier and okay, there you go. Put the slot in and give it a twist. Okay, and then I'm just going to give it a crimp. And because I lost it a bit, I'm going to squeeze it together. And I think that's sufficiently closed. So yeah, it won't drop off. So that's my third dangle. And then I'm gonna put a love and a peace sign. So let me find again the opening. Okay, I think I've got it. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Okay, I think I've got it. And then use my little ring. Put it in the slot. And it's not because of the ring it's working, it's because I can't see the slot. Okay. But I think I've got it open. Okay, so then I'm gonna put the dangle in, and I'm gonna put the peace sign on. I have to open the jump ring a little more because the little loop on the charm is very wide. Okay, so let's try to close this now. And I would normally be holding this right up to my face to make sure I can get it closed and see it, but because I'm trying to keep everything in frame, I can't bring it up to my face so I can see it, and that's why I'm having such a hard time. So let me just give this a little crimp. Let me use the flat one. I'm holding it at a distance because I can't see it. So there goes that charm. So that's dangle number 4 complete. Yeah, I wish I had been able to do longer dangles, because the first 4 dangles are going to be about the same length. So maybe I'll find a workaround for that. I'm gonna use the 2 pliers, because as I said, I can't put this up against my face to be able to see it, since I'm blind as a bat. And the 2 pliers will make it a bit easier, I think. I hope. I gotta open that more. When you open the jump rings, you should twist them sideways, because it keeps the integrity of the jump ring, the strength of it. If you pull them apart, you weaken the metal, and there's more of an opportunity for it to break. So that's why you should always open and close them from side to side instead of front to back. Okay, so I got them even, but I want to give them a crimp, because I don't know how well I close them. Okay, whoops. Anyway, so there's that. So since these 4 kind of seem to be the same length, I wonder what I can do to remedy that. You know what I might do? I might use 2 jump rings instead of 1 on these to bring them down a little bit more, like that. So I'm going to give that a try. All right, so I'm going to get a jump ring. And I have no idea how long this video is going to be, because as I said, I'm new to this and I can't find the opening of this jump ring. Come on. I should have opened the jump rings in advance, so I apologize. Okay, there it goes. Okay, so I'm going to put the dangle on, and I'm going to add it to the first link of the chain. I'm going to close it. And give it a crimp, make sure it's closed. Okay. Yep, that'll hold on. So I'm going to take the second dangle with only 2 beads, and I'm going to attach it to the other end. And I think this is where the opening is. Yep. So I'm going to give this an open. I think. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put that dangle here. I'm going to add it to the other end of the chain. And then I'm going to close that. And I'm just going to give it a little crimp to make sure it's closed. Okay. So that's that. I'm going to take the longest dangle, and I'm gonna count. Let's see, I think there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I'm gonna count to 7, and I'm gonna put the longest dangle in the 7th link. That way there should be 6 links on each side. 6 free links for the other 2 dangles. Okay. Sorry if that was a bit off screen, but I was trying to find the opening of the dangle, of the jump ring, sorry. Okay, so there's the opening. Let me get my longest dangle. And then I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This should be 7 right here. Let me see. Yeah, well, actually, no, I'm off by a link. Let me try this one. Okay. Oh, they're almost even. It's good enough. So let me close this. Actually, while I have it open, I'm gonna add the lobster claw clasp because I want it on the same link with my longest dangle. And now I'm gonna close it. Okay. And I'm gonna give it a little crimp at the top to make sure both I don't want anything to fall off of it. And that's still very open. Yes, I'm gonna crimp it closed. Whoa. Well, that should hold everything. So yeah. Nothing's falling off of that. Okay, so now I've got to put the other two dangles on. And that center dangle, I guess the charms were longer than I expected. And so I might have to do some rejiggering here. So I'm gonna put this 1, 2, 3 right here. All right, let me squeeze this together and give it a crimp. Make sure the dangles don't fall off. And I'm gonna have to do some rejiggering, but we'll see. All right. So let me get this jump ring. And we'll learn how to fix a problem together, because I'm not really happy with the lengths of the dangles. They're kind of even. Oh, lost another jump ring. Okay, open that one. Oh, I did lose my, I lost my dangle. Okay, so I'll have to... Okay, so now I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. And this should go here. And let me close this. I'm really having a difficult time seeing this, guys. Okay. Give that a squeeze. That should hold on. And over here I lost let me reopen this jump ring. And I lost the dangle, the little bead. Okay, so let me reclose this. And give it a squeeze. Okay, so hopefully I gave it too much of a squeeze. Okay. So let's get this lobster claw clasp. I mean, there you go. I wish I had like more. The charms, I guess, were I'm happy with the look of it, the colors and everything, but maybe I should have used shorter charms. Or maybe I can just add one longer charm to give it that. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Maybe I'll... I'm gonna try... Let me see something. I think I'm gonna try switching the feather with the peace sign. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Let's see if that works. Oh darn, I lost that red bead again. There's something going on with that jump ring. You know what? I'm just gonna clip it off, guys, because I'm never gonna be able to see it. All right, so I'm gonna clip off the feather as well. Maybe this one I'll be able to open. Let me see. Maybe this one I'll be able to reuse the jump ring. Let's see. Okay, all right. So I took that off of here. Okay. Let me try to close this again. Crimp it. And let me get another jump ring and put the peace sign on the other. Okay. Let me put the peace sign here. I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm putting it right back where it was. Hopefully not. Ay, ay, ay. Let's see. Hopefully not. Oh, come on. I really can't see. And I know that jump ring is still open. There it goes. Yep, it's still open. Sorry for the quiet, but I'm trying to make sure I get that jump ring closed. Okay, I think I got it. Yeah, I got it. I still have to put that red bead back on. But yeah, that made a little bit of a difference because now the feather is longer. So there's some difference in the lengths. So I like that a lot better. So let me try to get this red bead back on. Oh God. Okay, now let's see if I could crimp that together. came back off. Oh, sorry. Where is that jump ring? Jump ring, you're going away. You are going away. Okay, that jump ring is gone. Let's try a new one, because that one was not cooperating. When you don't cooperate, you go. You go. I'm going to try not to open this one so much. Okay. You go on. You go on. And close. Okay. All right. I think that looks a lot better with the, at least one of the dangles being a lot longer than the others. So what do you guys think? Was it worth it to switch out the dangle, the charm? I think it was. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like on the glue bottle. I'm just going to hang it off the other wing of the earring. Okay. Let me get this one off so it won't compete with it. So there's the new glue charm. Glue bottle dangle. Whoops. I hope you like it. I do. I'm glad I made the change. That video was a lot longer than I thought it would be, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. As usual, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any videos I post in the future. Thanks for watching. Bye.